Hello everyone, and welcome to a new Out of Bounds video. Today, we're going to be exploring one of Kings Fall's biggest mysteries. It's extremely obscure, and only a few in the Out of Bounds community know about it. What I'm referring to is the Kings Fall Orb. What makes the orb so special is that it's a one-of-one asset. It's seen nowhere else in the game. Now, let's get on to how to get to it. This path is going to require 3 people. I'll explain where you'll need them and when you'll need them. You're going to want to start with 2 people at the first encounter. Now, you can use a full Fireteam if you'd like, but it can be done with just 2 people. You'll want to have one on the left and one on the right. If you're unsure how to do this, there are plenty of guides on how to 2-man the first encounter. Once you're through to the crux, head to Portico. At this point, you're going to want to have your 3rd Fireteam member join. They're going to be the Autorezer, and they're going to stay in Portico throughout the entire route. Follow my path here and Titanfly or Grapplefly through the Portico load zone. It's important that you do not stand on the ship, because that will start the encounter. As you make your flight, you'll see these lights to my lower right. Make sure you stay above them, as that will also trigger the door we're trying to get through. Once you make your way across here, start to lower your jump just a little bit. Follow my height if that makes it easier. You'll know you've done it right when there's no Shrieker spawning here. To get up through this elevator, you're going to have to use a grapple climb with Navigator. You could also stasis wall climb, but I'm showing most of this route with Strand and Navigator. There is an older method that Froggy posted that I'll link down below with stasis as well, but it takes substantially longer to do. Once you hit the elevator, you'll be in this super unique green-lit tube. You'll want to Navigator fly all the way up this tunnel, as this is going to lead you into Basilica. Once you're through, you have 2 options of getting through the door. Option number 1 is door racing the load zone. If you go fast enough, you'll be able to get in just before entities spawn. If you miss this, however, that's okay. Go ahead and grab Salvation's Grip, and you can do a fallback in this pattern I do here. As I mentioned, you're going to need 3 people for this route. 1 person is going to be staying back at Portico, because they are going to be the Autorezer. Make sure they don't get AFK kicked. The 2nd person is going to be with you at Basilica. While you go through the route, they can hang out in Basilica, as they're going to be the one who helps leapfrog your path. I go ahead and switch to Hunter here, because we're going to have to push through a box. Now Warlock Blink can also push through this box, but with Prismatic we have Storm's Edge. This is going to give us a little bit of a Blink Breach teleport to get across the box barrier. Make sure to jump exactly right here. You'll want to slide into the staircase here and shoot ricochet rounds. You should be able to set your ghost a little bit above the floor, therefore pulling off a res breach. Now I got lucky on my first attempt, but this might take some time. Once you get through, go all the way back through Basilica and head out of bounds through the same elevator you just went up. You'll fall all the way down to Golgoroth's Cellar. This is where Storm's Edge comes into play. You'll want to Blink Breach right through a box barrier here. Once you're through, follow my path to the load zone. The load zone is dead ahead in front of us. I set my frames to 30 to make sure I don't die to the load. If you're on PC, you can do the same. Once you're through, follow Golgoroth's Cellar on top like I do. It's a lot easier to see and traverse through this area. Once you're through to the raid boss location, you're going to want to hang to the right and hug the wall. This will take you all the way to Transept. Once you're past Golgoroth's Cellar, the load zone for Transept is going to be hard to see. It took me a bit to find it, but the load trigger for Transept is this blight right here. Now, again, you can lower your frame rate to 30, but you don't have to. If you die to the load, that's okay. There's a way out of bounds from here. Have your Fireteam member that's in Basilica rejoin you at this load. Make sure that you're Fireteam leader. Remember, you still have your Autorezer hanging out in Portico. Once your friend joins you in Transept, you're good to switch back to Titan, as Hunter is not necessarily needed anymore. Now make no mistake, you're not tied to Titan as a class. If you're able to navigate or fly on all three characters, then choose whichever you'd like. For me, Navigator flying on Titan is the easiest with line rampants. Once you get to the door, set your sights directly above it. There's a little hole that you can go out of bounds right through. Follow to the right and you'll hug the ceiling of this walkway. Stand exactly here, shoot a navigator shot, and then grapple tangle to it. If you do it right, you'll be able to turn around and sword swing into unloaded threshold. You'll want to set your IRB point here. Anywhere inside of this cylinder works. I also want to remind you all, once you set an IRB point, your death point is set. That means if you die anywhere along the route, you're going to have to go back to where I just died in the preload and set your spawn point again. Once you're back, you're going to want to hug the wall again, and you'll hit Golgoroth's Cellar. We're going to go back virtually the same way we came, hugging the wall here, shooting a navigator shot to get above Golgoroth's Cellar, and heading all the way back to Basilica. I do want to point out something here. You don't want to just go hit Basilica. You want to follow my path exactly, because you want to die to the load. With IRBs, your spawn point is set all the way back at Transept, or the final room for the King's Fall raid. Which means, if you die to the load in Basilica, your ghost gets put all the way back there out of box. Once you're at the second cylinder, you'll want to start walking slowly. Press forward as slow as you can, if not, tapping W or tapping the joystick. And once you hit the right spot, you should die to the load. And now if you don't, that's okay. Just head back to the Golgoroths Cellar load zone, and then back to Basilica the exact same way. You'll want to keep doing that until you die to the load. And once you die, have your Autorezer in Portico hit the Autorez. From there, you can hang out at the Autorez spot to get your friends, as they do the same route you just did. And now that we're out, let's explore this insane load zone. Basilica has some secrets to offer. We'll go through the smaller ones first before we go to the big sphere. All the lights from Portico are here, some of the doors, and some of the hive architecture are also still here. We have all the Portico assets here, and as you can see, the box barrier as well is still here. Before we go to the sphere, we're going to check out a small ping pong table way out of distance. Now, I'm not going to stand here for too long. I don't want to set a spawn point. As you can see how far out we are. The lights you see to our left are the entire Portico load zone, and the area to our right is Basilica. And now, there's only one secret left to show: the unused sphere from King's Fall. I also wanted to speed this footage up, just to show you exactly how far away this thing is. This sphere is by no means anywhere near the load zone. It is way off of the map, far away, and it's just sitting here. It's exactly carbon copied over from how it was in Destiny 1. It's solid, it's got these weird orange light effects, and it's just here. It almost reminds me of the Shrine of Oryx, but slightly different. There are some strange shadow textures. These shadows almost make it seem like it was unfinished, as they have these blocky textures. It's just insane to see this one asset way out of box for seemingly no reason. And not only that, an asset that's never been used anywhere in Destiny history. Some speculate it's remnants of the Statin Cut, or they speculate it's a remnant from the Depth of Darkness raid that was cut and moved into Crota's End, the Summoning Pits, and King's Fall. There is one bit of land off to the side here, but I'm not going to land here because I don't want to set a spawn point. Eventually, we got our full fire team out here, and it definitely was a sight to be seen. If you're able to make this route, I commend you. It's truly a spectacle, and it's definitely one for the mysterious eye. I appreciate you watching the entire video through, as we explore more of this mysterious and lost content of Destiny 2. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Hey guys, if you like the work that I put into these videos, please subscribe down below. I've also made an out-of-bounds server named Singularity, a Discord server solely focused on out-of-bounds exploration. The join link is in the bio. If you'd like to join, welcome on in.